Hi friends and happy holidays! In today's video, I am showing you 6 dessert recipes that you can make from ingredients from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to be giving these out to family and friends as just a little treat plate. So hopefully this will give you some ideas if you're wanting to do that, or if you're going to a holiday party or just want to have a fun holiday themed treat. If that sounds interesting to you, keep watching. Let's head into Dollar Tree. Mine typically has a pretty good amount of baking ingredients, and the candy and snack aisles are always pretty stocked. But today I did have to go to 2 different Dollar Trees to get everything I needed, which is totally fine. I have several within a few miles of my house, so it didn't cost too much extra gas to go and get the rest of the ingredients that we needed. But I'm just picking up a few of the items with my daughter and getting everything planned out and ready for you guys so we can make 6 different holiday desserts. I honestly was surprised with what I found, and I'm really excited to get into it. Let me show you what we got at Dollar Tree. We got enough ingredients from Dollar Tree to make 6 different desserts, and everything you see here was $20. The only thing we didn't buy because they didn't have the variety I was looking for were some sprinkles. We have some sprinkles at home already that we'll be using in one of the desserts. So if you want to see what we're going to make with all of these ingredients from the Dollar Tree, we will get cooking right now. First one we're going to make is some peppermint brownies using stuff from the Dollar Tree. And I have my little helper here.
Helper.
Yup. We're going to just follow the package instructions for the brownies and mix it all up in this bowl. What do you think? What do you think?
Yep.
Is it delicious?
Yep.
You happy to be helping?
Yep.
Yeah, you're a good helper, huh? While the brownies are cooking, we're going to smash up some of our candy canes, not all of them, because we're not doing a whole pan of brownies. We're just doing 8x8, so we'll go ahead and smash up maybe 4 or 5 of these, and we will top them on the brownies when they come out of the oven. Now we have our crushed up candy canes, and we'll just wait for the brownies to be done and we can top them with these. Now that the brownies are all done, we'll go ahead and top them with our crushed candy canes. And I think I'm probably gonna have to kind of push them in just because this is a different mix than I normally use when I make brownies, and it's a little dry looking. So let's go ahead and kind of move these around. Well, I think it'll be fine. It'll taste delicious, but there are the brownies. I'm gonna let them cool and then we'll cut them up and put them onto our little treat tray. For this next recipe, we're gonna make some Cakebox cookies with some red and green sprinkles that I had at home. I was looking for sprinkles at Dollar Tree, and they do have them. They just weren't the colors that I was hoping for, so I'm gonna use the ones I already have. So we just need some eggs, Cakebox mix, and oil, and then you can add in whatever you want. You could add in red and green M&Ms, you could add in peppermint candy canes, really whatever you are feeling, or you can just make them plain as is, but we are gonna cook these according to a recipe that I found online. I'll be sure to have that linked for you. So we're not gonna follow this cake recipe here on the back. We're gonna just use the mix to make some cookies, and let's get baking. Here's what the dough is looking like. I'm gonna pop this in the fridge for about 20 to 30 minutes just so it can get a little bit more firm, and then we will go ahead and put it on our cookie sheet and into the oven. We're gonna put these into a 350-degree oven for about 9 minutes. And there's enough in that cake mix to make almost a whole other dozen. If I would have made them a little bit more circular, they probably would have been able to make one more, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and pop these into the oven, and then we will add them to our cooling rack. Here are what the Christmas Cakebox cookies look like. I'm gonna put them onto a wire rack to cool, and then we can add them to our treat plate. For this next recipe, we're gonna make some of my favorite 3-ingredient cookies, 4 including the Hershey Kisses, but it's just a peanut butter cookie. We're gonna mix all these ingredients up, and then once they are done baking, we'll go ahead and put a Hershey's Kiss in the middle. These are so easy to make, and I almost always have all the ingredients on hand, which is super nice too, in case we wanna ever whip up just a small batch of cookies. First, we're gonna add a cup of sugar. And I know getting sugar at the Dollar Tree is not the most budget friendly since you get such a small box, but for this purpose of this video, just getting all of my ingredients at Dollar Tree, we went with that, even though I do have lots of sugar at home. I think I might have to open this a little bit better. Just a sec. Okay, that's better. Let's get a cup of the sugar, which is about half the box. In case you're wondering how much is in here, there's about another cup in here. Okay, so this little container of peanut butter is exactly 1 cup, which is what we need for the recipe. I wasn't sure, so I bought 2. So really, the price for all of this is a little bit less than $20. So we'll go ahead and add the cup of peanut butter to our sugar. And the last thing we need is just 1 egg. So go ahead and crack that in. I'm going to use my hand mixer to blend this all together. Here's what it's looking like. I'm going to go ahead and put this one in the fridge for about 20 minutes as well, just to firm them up. Now that the dough is set in the fridge for about 20 to 30 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and scoop it. We're going to roll them into nice little balls and then bake them in the oven. These are gonna go in a 350-degree oven for about 10 minutes. While the cookies are in the oven, we're gonna go ahead and unwrap all of these Hershey Kisses. This recipe makes a little bit more than a dozen depending on the size of cookie you do, so I don't have enough Hershey's Kisses to do on all of the dough that I have, but we'll just do what we have and then have some plain peanut butter cookies just to snack on here at home. Now that these are out of the oven, we're gonna go ahead and just take the Hershey Kiss and just push it in the top. We're gonna let these cool off for a little bit, and then we'll scoop the other dough on here and we'll go ahead and bake it. We have 3 Hershey Kisses left, so I think some of them we'll do the little crisscross pattern on. The other ones we'll save to do like this. And once these are cooled, we will go ahead and add them to our treat plate. For this next dessert, we're gonna make some Rollo Pretzels. You can buy M&Ms from the Dollar Tree. I just forgot to, so what we're gonna make ours into is kind of a take on a Take 5 candy bar. So we're gonna use some peanuts instead, and then we'll do the Rollos and the pretzels. So I'm gonna line them all up on my baking sheet, and then we'll get them baking in the oven. We're gonna put these in the oven at 250 for about 3 minutes. So I'm just gonna take the peanuts, press them in. And I think I wanna just see what it does if you do another one of these and push it all the way down. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, so they'll be like little pretzel sandwiches with the peanuts, the Rollos. So this is what they look like. I'm gonna let them cool off on the cooling rack, and then we'll add them to our treat plate. For this next recipe, we're going to make some Rice Krispie treats. They don't have any Rice Krispies. Sometimes they do at my store, sometimes they don't. So I just got this Halloween Crunch because it has red pieces in it. I know they're ghost shapes and stuff, but I think it'll be fine. Anyways, we're going to do like a marshmallow cereal little dessert. And then if we're feeling fancy, we'll add some sprinkles or candy canes to the top. So I realized that my margarine had been sitting out for too long. I accidentally left it in the grocery bag. So I have 3 tablespoons of butter melting, but you can use the margarine that I got from the Dollar Tree. You can use that instead, but you'll need 3 tablespoons of that. So I'm gonna let this melt and then we'll add in our marshmallows. Our butter is almost melted, so I'm just gonna dump in my marshmallows. We're gonna stir this around while the marshmallows start to melt, and then we'll add in our cereal. We're gonna add in 6 cups of the cereal and then stir everything around. I also turned off the heat, so that way we don't burn the cereal or the marshmallows. This is really hard to do one-handed, so I'm just gonna stir this and I will show it to you in the pan. I got everything in my pan here, and I did spray my pan with a little bit of cooking spray since this is very sticky. I'm just gonna kind of spread this out a little bit. And then we will let it set probably for, I don't know, 20-30 minutes in the fridge. You can also leave it to set on the counter too. But what I found out about this cereal is that when the milk goes in, it turns the milk green. So the marshmallows kind of made some of the red pieces turn green, which honestly is kind of perfect. It's Christmas colors and I wasn't even planning on it to be. So anyways, we'll add these to our treat plate. For our last dessert, we're going to make some sugar cookies, and I got some frosting at the Dollar Tree. They also had green and red frosting if you wanted to just have colored icing, but I'm going to use the sprinkles that I had on hand to just decorate them. And I may also crush up some more candy canes and put those on top of the frosting, but this is all you'll need for this dessert. We're gonna just put this together according to the package instructions. And like I mentioned earlier, I accidentally left out my margarine when I bought all the ingredients a few days ago. So we're gonna just use some butter from my pantry, well, my fridge, and we'll go ahead and just bake these up. Here's the dough. We're gonna go ahead and form it into some cookies and probably flatten them just a little bit so that way they'll be good to frost, and we'll get them on our cookie sheet and baking. This is what they're looking like. We'll go ahead and put them into a 375-degree oven for about 8 to 10 minutes. So I'm gonna frost the cookies just with some of the frosting I got from the Dollar Tree. And then I think I'll do sprinkles on some and peppermint candy cane on some other ones. Here are the cookies, and we'll go ahead and add them to our treat plate. And here is our final treat plate with our brownies, 3 different kinds of cookies, our Rollo Pretzels, and our not Rice Krispies, but Captain Crunch marshmallow treats. These look so good, and I also got this plate from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to make up a few more of these, and we'll give them out to some family and friends, but I hope this gave you a lot of good ideas on what you could put on your holiday treat plate this year. That is all I have for you guys today. I hope you did enjoy. Please leave me some of your favorite holiday dessert recipes down below. I would love to try them out, and I hope you have the best rest of your day and a happy holiday season. Bye!